What's poppin' YouTube? It is early morning here in the Dream Drivers Legacy Palace, and I'm not gonna keep you guys long today. It's actually early, and I'm doing an in-home workout session. I decided to not go anywhere today, stay in the crib, and pretty much get a lot of work done, including content. So this is the first video that I'm actually recording today, among several videos, among house duties, among taking care of business, among planning my week, getting organized, writing out content ideas and stuff like that. But right now I just got finished warming up. I'm getting ready to get into it. So of course I'm not gonna keep you guys long. But again, I like to, if you know me, you know I like to reflect on life. I like to, when I get up in the morning, I like to pray. And just, let the ideas come to me, let God, like now I'm more intentional when it comes to my content. I pray, I ask God to, navigate me through it. I ask God to give me ideas. I'm naturally a creative person anyway, but it's just different when you're intentional. It's just different when you invite God into your creative space. He gives you the creativity. He gives you the creative juices. He gives you the ability to let your creative juices flow. But it's just something different when you invite him, when you intentionally invite him and say, God, I'm going to let you cook. I'm going to let you cook. So now, I'm more aware of that, more conscious of that. And anyway, off topic, the actual message in this video is by any means necessary, as you can see by the title of the video. By any means necessary. For instance, I could say I'm not going to the gym and act like I don't have weights at home. Opportunity. I could say I'm not going to the gym and not still get it in at home, bro. And not still get it in at home. I could still get it in. What is holding me back from still being able to get my workout in? Just because I decided not to go to the gym because I want to take care of stuff at home, I could still squeeze in an hour workout, knock it out at the top of my day. No excuses, by any means necessary. And so many of the times, bro, we think one-track minded in terms of when we don't get things accomplished. We're like, man, I couldn't make it to the gym today, or I'm deciding not to go to the gym. You can actually work it out by working out at the crib. Even if you don't have weights, or if you have a few dollars in your pocket, you can always, run out to Walmart, buy pieces here by here, little by little, grab you some free weights, whatever it is that is going to be convenient for you, whatever it is that's affordable to you, whatever it is that will put you in a position where you prevent yourself from making excuses. Hell, if you ain't got money at the moment, the floor is free. The floor is free. If you got a roof over your head, meaning the floor is free, you can always do push-ups. If you have a couch, you can always do dips. You can always do crunches. You can always buy floor mats. You know what I'm saying? You can always buy floor mats if you have a stepper, if you're short. Like me, and you need to reach things up high. You got a stepper, you can use that. You could do some lunges in the hallway. There's always something that you can do by any means necessary. And what we got to do, man, is stop letting ourselves off the hook. Stop letting ourselves give ourselves permission to be okay with making excuses for not getting things done, bro. For not getting things done. I think one of my biggest pet peeves, me personally, to each his own, I'm not going on anybody or judging anybody, but I'm just saying, if you think about how many people at the first of every single year set the same exact goal. The same goal. At the first of the year, the gym is always crowded. The gym is always, hey, look, this year is going to be different. This year, I'm going to make some gains in the gym. This year, I'm going to lose weight. This year, I'm going to put on some size, some muscle. This year. But then somewhere within that 365 day of challenges, because life will challenge you. Life will throw challenges your way. That's why I say by any means necessary. Because you got to understand when it comes to this thing called life, we're going to get challenged. We're going to face challenges. Life is what it is. That's why we have to make it a priority of ours to not let nothing get in between our goals. We may have to make shifts. We may have to move things around within the calendar, within the day. But by any means necessary, you got to get it done. But again, one of my biggest pet peeves is, making the same constant goals every single year. Every single year. Just think about it. 365 days and didn't work out. Within 365 days, if anything, you may have gained weight. And again, this is not about judgment. This is just about getting real. This is about getting real. This is about at some point within that 365 days you got lost because you had 365 days to do something that could have taken you 2 months to accomplish. Let's keep it real. 2 months to accomplish and maintain for the rest of the year. Let's keep it real, bro. It's called a lack of discipline. Life happens to each and every one of us. Things happen to each and every one of us. Setbacks happen to each and every one of us. But it's about saying, you know what? I couldn't get it done today, because that's a real thing. Things happen. Things happen. For instance, my daughter got sick yesterday. You feel me? Fortunately, I was able to get it in. And then when I got back to the crib, she was sick, but if I was home, of course, I'm not going to necessarily go to the gym knowing my daughter's sick. Things do happen. Real things do happen. But, I'm like, once she get better, once we take care, the situation, because it's not going to stay the same. I may not be able to get it in at this time of day or this day or tomorrow, but better believe I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to make sure that I make it a priority of mine to get in the gym. I'm going to make it a priority of mine of prioritizing my purpose. I'm going to make it a priority of mine to make sure that nothing, unless it's an emergency, gets in between me and my goals. So I couldn't get it done this day, baby girl feeling better or whatever it is. Tomorrow, I'm going to get up a little bit earlier because I'm going to make sure that I get it in. I'm going to get up a little bit earlier or go to bed a little bit later because I'm going to make sure I get it done. Being intentional, bro. Being intentional. Making no excuses. Making zero excuses, bro. We got to make sure that we prioritize those things that we want to manifest, those things that we want to happen in our life. We got to make sure that we're prioritizing it as such, bro. It's important to you, but we're not living our lives as such. Make that make sense, And again, this is just a positive push, It's not always going to come, delicate. It's not always going to come, please, just try today. No. Sometimes you got to, stand in the mirror and face that person and ask yourself, what's stopping me? What's holding me back? What's holding me back, bro? By any means necessary. That's the mentality that you have to have if you want to be a part of the 1% community. If you want to be a part of the 1% winners, you have to have that mentality of by any means necessary. By any means necessary, I'm going to get it done. And again, this is not about being perfect. This is not about being perfect. It's about making progress. It's about making sure that you're doing everything that's necessary for you to continue to make progress. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I got to get to my workout. Muscles getting a little cold. As you can see, warmed up with these bad boys right here, stretching, and now I'm getting ready to lock in for a good hour and then shower and then get my day started. I plan on recording several videos today. I got the crib to myself, which means I have peace and quiet, which means I'm going to take advantage of it. Regardless, if I did or didn't, it's going to happen. It's going to get done. But yeah, man, we got to start being intentional, man. We got to stop making excuses and leaving excuses on the table, leaving gains of life on the table. We got to stop that, man. We have to do what we have to do by all means necessary, by any means necessary. Pushing out the friction, pushing it out the way, going against everything that is going to be a challenge. Again, life is going to challenge you. At the top of the year, when you set those goals, you have to go into it knowing within the next 365 days, things will come up. So you have to know, you got to prepare yourself for the things, the unknown. You got to prepare yourself for the unknown. But you also got to say, regardless of any of it, I'm not going to lose sight of the goals that I set at the top of the year, the goals that I set at any point in my life. By any means necessary, I will get it done. I will get it done. So yeah, man, it's happening. Let me get to my work. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate all the support that we get here. I really, truly do it for you guys, man. I really come through with these messages for y'all. I'm going to get the work done. I'm going to succeed no matter what. But what good is it if I'm accomplishing my dreams, accomplishing my goals solo dolo? What good is it if I'm not encouraging a life, inspiring a life, being a big brother to one of y'all out there? This Dream Drivers Legacy channel is about uplifting one another and allowing us to be able to have the courage to chase our goals. Dream Drivers Legacy. Having the courage to chase our goals. Stripping away anything that'll hold you back and prevent you. I could do this all day. You know what I mean? Stripping away anything that'll hold you back. Stand on your path to purpose. Being on your mission every single day. Being on your purpose. But anyway, y'all, I will holler at y'all. Look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Got a lot to do today. I'm getting ready to log off. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace and blessings. One love, strength.